I'm Bambi Francisco for Vader TV. Well, Microsoft's offer for Yahoo may grab the headlines as deal-making goes, but 2008 may see hundreds of under-the-radar online media companies snapped up as media companies seek to expand their reach. Well, one media company that plans to be active in 2008 is Condenet, which is the online unit of Condé Nast. Joining me to talk about the M&A landscape across the web is Kourosh Karimkhany. He is the head of Corp Dev at Condenet. Kourosh, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Bambi.
Well, the big headline grabber is Microsoft's proposed bid for Yahoo. How does that change the landscape for media buyers?
I don't expect to have an immediate impact, within the next couple of months or so. I think Microsoft is going to be busy actually pulling off the acquisition. After that, what will happen is likely one of our main competitors for startups is going to be taken out of the picture at Yahoo, and probably Microsoft too for a little while they try to digest Yahoo. So hopefully it will make things a little bit easier for guys like me who are trying to convince startups to come with us.
Well, how competitive is it out there? I mean, a study that I recently saw showed that expansion-staged companies were buying up a lot of the smaller companies, and then you have all of these companies that are rolling up smaller companies, smaller media properties like Demand Media or Oversea. I mean, how competitive is it with those players in the mix?
It's very competitive. A lot of the startups that we talk to have 2, 3, 4 buyers lined up, and we're all competing to get our term sheets in front of them before the other guys. So right now there's a sense of urgency among the media companies to get their hands on these startups before they get gobbled up by Google or Yahoo.
So is it heating up this year, or was it tougher last year? Is it cooling off? What's 2008 going to be like?
Q4, the fourth quarter of 2007, things slowed down quite a bit. First of all, I just got that sense from just making phone calls, and then a couple of reports have come out that yes, in fact, it did slow down in 2007. Right now, though, it's quite busy. A lot of startups are shopping themselves actively, and a lot of corporate development departments are realigning, readjusting, hiring more people, and getting active again. So,
and you're definitely in the market. You're looking.
We're definitely in the market. Yep.
So I'm sure the audience wants to know what kind of buyer is Condenet. You bought Reddit. It's a technology company. You also bought it at a very young stage. I guess
Yep.
You said 200,000 unique visitors at the time that you bought them. So are you the type of buyer that will come in and place bets and buy technology companies? That's what you're looking for?
Absolutely. Technology companies. If we could find another Reddit, it would be fantastic. We're looking for companies and startups that would help us with our existing properties. So Condenet, I'm sure everybody knows that the main properties that we have are Epicurious, cooking site, Concierge, based around travel, Wired.com, which we bought back two years ago, 2006, Reddit, and Style.com. So the properties that we're looking for out of the market ideally would fit in with the ones that we have right now and help them expand. So
can you elaborate on that? I mean, there are tons of companies on Vader TV, and a lot of them, I'm sure, are interested in possibly selling themselves to a Condenet. So exactly what type of companies could help your existing properties?
We're looking for properties that would enhance user-generated capabilities on our sites, 1. 2, if there are ways to get more page views out of our existing users, that would be great. A lot of our properties are near sold out, so at this point we're really leaving money on the table if we can't generate more page views. Those are 2 primary things. And there's this ineffable thing that you really can't put into words. If it's this young team, if they're are clever, if they're hungry, that's something that we're looking for. The Reddit boys were great. I call them boys, but most of them are under 25. So if we have a team that's tight like that, and they work weekends to bang out code, and those are the kinds of companies that we're looking for.
What about content companies? What about sort of similar to our space, like a TechCrunch, a Gigo, VentureBeat, Mashable? Would you consider buying companies like those? I mean, they're getting great traffic.
They are. Well, Condé Nast is blessed. It has some of the best writers and editors in the world. Our magazines include GQ, New Yorker, Vanity Fair, on and on. So there's no shortage of good content within Condé Nast. We're not hurting for talented writers and editors. essentially that's what TechCrunch and GigaOM and Boing Boing and what these companies are. So not necessarily content. If they have an interesting twist on it, or if there's something that you really can't find anything else, or if it's content that can be easily recreated, then yeah, maybe.
Social network, maybe a social networking platform.
Social networks, yeah, that
kind
might be interesting.
At everything. How much do you pay? How much are you looking to willing to spend?
Well, I can't tell you that right now because that would put me at a disadvantage when it comes time to sit across the table from a startup. But
typical. As far as what you've spent before in the past.
Well, we announced one deal. The price for one deal, that was Wired.com. We bought it back for $25 million.
Okay.
And it was based on multiple of revenue and EBITDA. So a lot of the deals that we do, we look to see if we can leverage the existing cash flow. How much more cash flow could we bring in once we bring it in? So we pay based on that.
Okay. And you said you'd be active this year. So realistically, how many deals do you think that you're going to get done this year?
I'm hoping at least 2 or 3 a quarter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's active.
That's active.
Okay. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck finding those companies.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks very much, Kourosh. I've been speaking to Kourosh Karimkhany. He's the head of corporate development at Condenet. I'm Bambi Francisco.